Hey, take a breath and picture this: you hit play, and everything in your room finally sounds intentional. That's exactly what it feels like the first time you live with the R700. This is for the person who's stopped excusing weak bass, washed out highs, and flat imaging, the kind of listener who feels when sound is lifeless and knows, deep down, there's more to hear. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and stock in the link below, because speakers this capable don't linger in predictable territory. You knew it was time to upgrade when movies started sounding like they were missing a dimension, music felt polite where it should feel powerful, and your old setup just couldn't deliver real presence without cranking volume way too high. That's the moment you realize, you've outgrown compromise. Then you bring the Polk Audio R700 into your space, and the shift is undeniable. The first track you play doesn't just present sound, it unfolds it. Those dual 8-inch long throw drivers don't boomy bash, they give weight where it's supposed to be. Highs are crisp without stridency. Mids have clarity you didn't know you were missing. And Dolby Atmos support? It doesn't just tag the setup, it expands it, letting sound lift and move with dimension. Whether you're deep into an action epic, letting a favorite album wash over you, or just listening for the nuance you never got before, these towers make presence feel real. Dialogue suddenly feels anchored. Bass doesn't compete with the rest of the range, it enhances it. Quiet moments don't collapse, they breathe. Once you feel this level of performance, lower tier gear feels like a compromise you're glad you left behind. And if you're even thinking about holding out for a slight price drop or waiting on stock swings, don't. That kind of hesitation is where future regret hides. Speakers like these are the kind you look back on and wish you hadn't waited so long to commit. You might wonder if big towers are worth the space. Those doubts disappear the moment sound fills the room evenly instead of just blasting forward. These don't just play sound, they paint it. You'll catch details you never noticed on older gear. You'll feel depth where you only thought you did. That's the difference between hearing and experiencing. One surprise most people don't anticipate is how balanced everything feels, from whisper quiet passages to full tilt crescendos. It doesn't shout to impress, it turns your attention. Owning these speakers changes how you feel about your whole setup. You stop chasing endless tweaks. You stop wondering if there's something better out there. You finally feel like you belong in your space, not just filling it with noise. You get room-filling authority without distortion. You get bass that's deep but controlled. You get treble that's crisp without being harsh. You get imaging so refined it feels like a live performance. You get a statement piece that feels as confident as your taste. They do ask for good amplification and a bit of room, but that's because they're not just loud, they're true. And that's exactly why you'll love them. At some point you stop comparing gear and realize you keep circling back to this one, not by accident, but because it already felt right. Don't let this be the upgrade you put off and look back on thinking, I should have done that sooner. Check the link, see where the price sits right now, and trust that instinct that brought you here. Once you live with this level of sound clarity and presence, everything else starts to feel like a step you're glad you left behind.